This is big business. I tell you, a crate of eggs for the minimum breed, which I'm saying a small breed, is going for $50.
I was not holding back. I wanted to understand every secret.
We can't release the breeding stock because that's where the money is. The money is not in meat. Meat is secondary, actually. Though it's good business, but the major business is breeding.
I wanted to know, is this doable?
So you're failing to meet the demand?
Exactly. We are failing to meet the demand.
In Zimbabwe?
In Zimbabwe, here in Zimbabwe.
People, when they're looking at Roadrunner, they're looking down upon a Roadrunner and say, you can't make a living out of a Roadrunner.
It turns out this is a lucrative business.
Are people aware that there is something like this?
Then the world needs to know. Number one is black castor. This is a very good layer.
I mean, we are talking about Roadrunner here.
You just have to put your head on the rock. It takes determination, right? Like I've said that with this business, you need to run it as a serious business. You must not run it as a sustenance or subsistence farming. You need to run it commercially.
The poultry project, it's over there, and there's only a demarcation between the project and the main house. And I want to show you something, because at the end of the day, people look down upon farmers, and here is a beautiful house that was built by a poultry farmer, NHEMA Chickens. As you can see, this is a beautiful house with a modern touch. The modern, what do you call it? Modern design. Yes. Mr. NHEMA, how many bedrooms?
5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms. So guys, I want to take you on a tour. This is my house now. Don't ever look down upon a farmer. And I know they get it hard sometimes. It's not easy to be a farmer. They work 24 hours, but there is some flexibility to it. So I'm gonna take you through. So guys, this is the beautiful house. So guys, look at this beautiful island.
Poultry farming is a significant and growing sector across Africa, and one interesting niche within this space is the farming of roadrunners. These birds are popular for several reasons, including their resilience, low maintenance costs, and high demand for their meat and eggs. Africans now are starting to pay attention to what they eat, and roadrunners are starting to be popular because of the health benefits. If you're watching my videos for the first time, I'm kindly asking if you can subscribe, please.
I really want to go back to when you started. How did you start? And what inspired you to say, I'm going all in chicken, especially roadrunner?
Actually, if I tell you this, how I started, it's quite funny. Where I work here, a friend of mine who was a work colleague was just doing chickens.
Yeah.
So would buy cocks, extra cocks here and there over a month for our braai and also just our weekends.
Yeah.
So I just inquired to say, how are you doing it and how are you growing these chickens? And no, I'm checking chickens and putting the incubator and selling chicks. They said, Hano, can you sell me 73 chicks? Actually, I bought them through credit. I said, no, I will pay you end of the month.
Yeah.
But I don't want them as day old. I want them as 3 weeks old. So he kept the chickens for me, the chicks for me. I took them to the raw area, to my mother.
Yeah.
So I wanted my mothers just to have actually eggs for self-sustenance. So actually, what happened is the chickens started growing and started laying. The laying was just good, to the extent that they would sell to the local community eggs. At the end of the day, they said, no, please don't send money for our employee, Mishek, because we are now able to pay him through chickens. Then I started to research to say, no, I need to add value. Yes. I bought a machine, a 1,000 egg capacity. Yeah. Then I started producing eggs, chicks. So first batch was 35%. I was never disappointed. The second batch was 65%. Then the third batch was 85%. I then opened the Facebook page, NHEMA Chickens and Hatcheries. At one time, if I tell you, when I opened the page and flooded it on Facebook, one of the critical analysts said, no, how can you call a company NHEMA Chickens and Hatcheries? You are saying NHEMA means lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Darkness. But this company will not get the end of the day. Yeah. But I defied all odds and said, no, you know what? Wow. It's in me. This is in my bloodstream, right? I want to create a legacy after me. So NHEMA Chickens right now to date has got over 83,000 followers.
That's rare.
And we have sold over millions of chicks, right? I created markets in Harare. So what was then happening was most of my customers were in Harare than in Masvingo. I then moved the business from Masvingo to Harare. At that time I was staying in Waterfalls. I had to put incubators in a garage. I had to remove cars out of the garage to put the business in the garage. And during lunchtime, I would come from work to actually load eggs from customers and offload eggs during incubation because I was one. But I tell you today, we have moved in the industry. Now we're running a commercial business. We are compliant in terms of all regulations. To date, NHEMA Chickens is 17 employees.
So now my question is, now you are running a lucrative business.
Yes.
Have you ever reached a level where you say, I'm going to give up?
Never, never. You know, I always say, never say I've arrived, right? The moment you are saying I've arrived is the end of you. Actually, I'm improving and I've never given up because it's in me. I'm quite so determined to see actually me creating nature and also actually being innovative in everything I do. Yes, there are struggles, there are pains which comes with the business, but never give up. This is what I want to encourage everyone because I started with 73 chickens. Now I'm talking of 1,000. We've got a 100,000 capacity incubator. Just here at my house, I've got a 20,000 capacity hatchery, which I'll take you through.
Yeah.
Exactly. So giving up is not an option because this business pays. At the end of the day, good thing about chickens is that an egg laid every day is money. Chickens lays every day, and every day you'll be having money to count. Yes.
Okay. Now so there is, in the business of poultry, there is the meat side and then there is the breeding side. Am I correct?
Exactly.
So which one is the best between meat and breeding?
Actually,
Genetics.
the end goal of poultry production is meat. But currently, as a market, where we are is at breeding stage, right? Because we don't have capacity to supply the meat market currently because the local demand, we're not able to finish it. So where there's money is breeding. Because with the breeding, one hen like that one can lay 15 eggs in a month.
Yes.
15 eggs translated to over $12, right? A month. So imagine if you've got 12,000, right? So if you got a very good producer like NHEMA Chickens, you one bed lays 25 chicks, right? 25 eggs a month. So if you hatch, you can get about 20 chicks. That's $20. If you just remove your cost, it's $5 per crate. So that's $15 a crate. A bed like this in the local market for meat market going for $10. But this one is giving me $20 a month. So times a year, I'm buying a cow. So kumushana katotekesa mombe ndikati my mother no mombe zangu huko. Right? Ndipo ndo mariesa for breeding. So we are like Sidco.
So there is money in chickens.
Serious money. So to say.
Road runners. Serious money. Well, like I want people to really understand and grasp the concept of poultry farming. Let's look at a crate of eggs from these pure breeds. Okay. How much does it cost?
A crate of eggs for these pure breeds, black antelope, is going for $60. $60.
60, guys.
60, guys, right? For the buff Orpington like that one is $90, right? A point of lay, this one is $100, right?
I'm shocked.
So all the chickens here, a day old is going for $5. A crate of eggs for the minimum breed, which I'm saying the small breed, is going for $50.
Are people aware that there is something like this?
Then the world needs to know. And this is what we are saying, there is real money in business. And I tell you, for the contract farmers who I'm running with, they are seeing sustenance in this business because there's good money. You will never run out of income when you're running chicken.
What are the challenges that you have faced as someone who is into poultry business?
I will be very honest with you. The major challenge for me was the issue of mortality. Right? And actually with the chickens, they need to be treated like babies. At first I thought perhaps these are just chickens. If you just give them feed and water, actually they just survive. But what I have realized is chicken business is a 24-hour business. When you are brooding, you can't afford to sleep while the chicks are in the brooder. You need to have someone who is always constantly waking up to ensure that the chicks are active. Because when they huddle on each other, they always kill each other, right? So mortality is one of the challenges which I faced. And also the other challenge which I faced was the issue of ZESA, power.
Yes, power.
honestly, when we in Victoria Waterfalls, there was a massive load shedding. So I then, one friend of mine who was also a customer, invited me to run my incubator from his house in the avenues. Neither did I know that during the process we were running, he started also being jealous and actually bought an incubator. So when my customers were coming, he was taking my eggs for my customers and hatching for his own. So he then chased me away. Because of the dispute, and I had to look for alternative actually place. I built a place around National Railways actually in town. Then my structure which I had built was destroyed. Right? So that was a painful process. Up to the extent that I then moved to Southerton, and that's when I established NHEMA Chickens to date.
So where we are right now, this is your home?
Yes.
And you're doing a project also, like home, there is a project. Somewhere else, there is a project. How are you managing? It seems like you're everywhere.
I'm everywhere because it's because of the chickens which are enabling me to sustain all these projects. Because there's real money in this home which you are seeing. I built it with chickens. This chicken house. That's why I said no. I want to build a project close to my home so that it follows through actually the structure which was built through chickens.
What is the mistake that we are making as people when it comes to business? Because what I'm noticing right now is that you understand poultry, yes, but you also understand business.
The mistakes which I have seen is cell phone farming, right? A lot of farmers actually they always rely on reports through cell phones. You need to be on the ground. As a business owner, you need to ensure that you get accurate reports as on the ground. And what mistake I've also noted is that even those farmers who are also operating, they always rely more on the employee than themselves. So what I want to encourage farmers is that a day can turn out your business the upside down. You need to be on the ground. You need to ensure that you get timely reports in everything. Because with the poultry, overnight, they can develop a disease, right? So you must ensure that you get the accurate reports. If you are running, if you are in the diaspora and they've got the projects here, go get a strategist group where you get accurate reports in terms of data, right? And even in terms of your numbers, you need to ensure that every report has got number of hens and cocks, which is reported every day. If there is mortality, let it be indicated on the report. So that you will not be shocked after a month when you come on the ground and you see that there are no chickens. Right? So with business, you need to follow through. You need to ensure that you are on the ground.
So I want to talk on behalf of the diasporians that are watching, my people that watch my content. Would you be able to assist them, especially because I'm trying to pave a way for them to actually do projects like this?
NHEMA Chickens actually have got a structure where we are doing consultants, right?
Oh, okay.
We do poultry projects for our diaspora community, where we have got technical expertise in terms of fowl run construction.
Okay.
Like if you see this fowl run, I designed it for myself.
I
can
nice.
Plan.
Yeah.
We've got builders who can structure that. Then we also do extension service. When you want brooding service, we do it for you. When you want breeding service, we also do it for you. Even vaccination, right? Like your Coryza, Newcastle, etc. We take you through. And we also have got a contract farming arrangement, whereby we are saying those farmers who are in the diaspora, we've got capital, but they don't have a market. NHEMA Chickens has got an established market already. So we are saying, come through, let's have a contract together. We supply you chickens, you buy feed, etc. everything. But we then provide a market. We agree on the cost to say, when your chickens mature, we buy them at this price. When your chickens are mature, you can decide to sell us fertile eggs. So we are saying NHEMA Chickens has established market, and we are saying this is the facility which is ready for you as diaspora farmers. We already got diaspora in Australia, some in America, in the UK, who are also running with right now. And for your information, I want to assure the diasporans that say, we pay on delivery, right?
Yeah.
There's no credit, cash and carry. You come with the eggs, we pay them, right? So already all your costs which we have is in terms of capital, but when they start production, the business sustains itself. We expand.
Amazing. So you're telling me that you did design and build this?
Yes, I did design and build this. I tried goat farming, but I stopped because
Why?
I believe this is more lucrative in terms of production.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm not discouraging goat farmers, but I'm saying with chickens, it's an egg laid every day, it's money.
You want to see your money in front of you like this?
Exactly. You must be able to count money every day. Right? So this is cuckoo Opington.
Oh.
Yes, that is light Colombian Brahma. This one is our gold-laced Opington. This is light Sussex. The next one with black collar and the white color. Then there's also buff Sussex. On this one, a lot of people ask to say, why do you mix the two?
Yeah.
I need to clarify.
Yeah.
We do what we call auto-sexing.
Oh,
if
okay.
you cross light Sussex and buff Sussex, they're in the same bloodline. If you cross the two, you produce 50% light Sussex, 50% buff Sussex.
Okay.
Right? So there's no variation in terms of breeds. It's the same breeds which gives you half brown, half light. You know, it's always good as a breeder to provide the best environment for your chicken.
Exactly.
This is free ranging, right? Chicken should scavenge, right? They should enjoy the chlorophyll. So we are putting lawn for the chickens to enjoy, as you can see even on the trees.
Yeah.
They are also even enjoying, because everything here is edible. Yes.
Yeah?
Exactly. So we have been putting the best environment so that we get the best production.
So this breed, what is the name of this breed?
This breed is called Buffalo Opington.
Buffalo Opington.
Yes. So this is a big breed, and it's one of the most popular breed because it's beautiful. And
Yeah, it is.
It's a fluffy chicken, and also it's a good layer, right? You can just see how beautiful it is.
It is.
So actually, the cock size ranges between 5.5 to 7 kgs. These are still young. They are yet to lay.
When I'm looking at this whole project, can I start a project like this and sustain myself?
It's very sustainable. I can tell you, I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
As you can see, I will take you through so that you get to understand how I have built actually an empire through roadrunner production. I tell you, we started with 73 chicks, but to date we are talking of over thousands of chickens. And also, if we've got contract farmers, we are producing around 20,000 chicks
You have
a
contract
month.
farmers?
Yes. I will take you through, and you'll see the farmers.
How are you managing?
You know, it's all about determination, right? And when you are running a chicken business, most of the people think chicken business is just leisure.
Yeah.
You must take this business seriously. It's one of the billion-dollar industries, economy, which can sustain livelihoods.
People, when they're looking at roadrunner, they're looking down upon a roadrunner and say, you can't make a living out of a roadrunner.
Oh, this is big business. I tell you, you know, you can sustain lives, you can create employment, you can contribute to the national economy through roadrunners. This is one of the most critical and sustainable businesses to tell.
So you said these are buff Opingtons?
Yes, these are buffing to Opingtons.
So you planted the trees to provide shade?
Yes, actually we are providing shade during summer season.
Yeah.
Because what we want is to create the best environment for our chickens. During the rain season, they are in the fowl run. During actually the summer season or actually the dry season, they will be scavenging around, so that they actually experience this free-ranging nature.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because there must be a balance between intake of food and egg production. How do you then balance these chickens? They need to have some kind of environment where they are also free-ranging.
So when you're choosing lawn, do you choose a specific type of lawn?
Very true. Actually, this type of lawn is one which is edible, because you need a lawn which is soft for the chickens to also eat. So we irrigate. When it turns greens, we let our chickens actually just free range, just like what you do with the goats and cattle.
So if I'm to compare all the breeds that you have right now, which one lays the egg most?
My number one is Black Astolo. This is a very good layer.
Okay.
Followed by light Sussex, right, and buff Sussex. This is number two layer in terms of egg production.
Okay.
Right, because we are talking from experience.
Yes.
Not from theory.
Yes.
Experience on the ground, right? So this is my number one, followed by light Sussex. Then we'll talk of our cuckoo, and we'll go to our Bushveld.
How lucrative is the business of roadrunner?
Very lucrative. I can tell you, currently we are failing to meet demand. I need to tell the world, we are failing to meet demand. Currently, if you check all the eggs which are in the incubators, which I will take you through, we have got customers who have already paid for them in advance. So right now, bookings are as far as going to a 1 month in terms of waiting period.
So you're failing to meet the demand?
Exactly. We are failing to meet the demand.
In Zimbabwe?
In Zimbabwe, here in Zimbabwe.
Do you export?
Actually, we are supplying Zambia, we are supplying Namibia, we are supplying Botswana, we are also supplying Mozambique. Yes.
So what does it take to reach this level where you are exporting? I mean, we are talking about roadrunner here.
You just have to put your head on the rock. it takes determination, right? Like I've said that with this business, you need to run it as a serious business. You must not run it as a sustenance or subsistence farming. You need to run it commercially. And I will show you what we've been doing, especially with other farmers, so that we build capacity.
I'm really impressed, and when I'm looking at this whole thing, I'm actually surprised that one can start a project like this and really do well.
Thank you.
And when I'm looking at this, I want to ask, with the breeds that you have right now,
Yes.
do people who have restaurants ever come to you and say, we want to do a similar, we want to buy chickens from you, and we want
Actually, we have got all kind of restaurants coming to inquire on the chickens. Currently, we are supplying one restaurant in Harare, owned by a celebrity. Actually, we are supplying chickens every week, right? For the big orders, we have refused because we have no capacity to supply big numbers, right? The one supplier wanted 200 chickens every week. But because we are mainly into breeding, the moment you sell a bird for meat, you have lost it all, because where the money is are day-old chicks. So normally, even with our contract farmers, sometimes we run short of supplies for the current contracts. But we can't release the breeding stock, right? Because that's where the money is. The money is not in meat. Meat is secondary, actually. Though it's good business, but the major business is breeding.
Amazing. What about feed? Are you buying feed, or are you creating your own feed?
Actually, we make our own feed.
You make your own feed?
Yes, actually we do our own feed formulation, and we make our own feed for the chickens. Actually, sometimes we face challenges in terms of actual raw materials, especially during drought. That's why in the event that we are not doing our own feed, we then buy from other feed producers. We are already established.
So it's important, especially if you want to really go bigger, to create your own feed.
Very true. It's important to create your own feed because it's cheaper. You cut a lot of cost in terms of actually your materials.
So how are you running your system? You have incubators here. How are you managing when it comes to ZESA?
Actually, we are running this system 24/7 on solar.
Solar.
We don't have electricity here. Just look around. You don't see even any cables, electricity cables. I have got a 20 kVA solar system which is running.
kV?
Yes, come and see. Yeah? I want to show you what we've been doing. So I invested in solar. So this is our incubation room. It's still here. It's under construction here because we are putting a door here.
This is the solar system that you're using here?
Exactly. Like I've said, we are running purely on solar. This is a combined 20 kVA solar system, right? So it's running in parallel as 10 kVA. This inverter is running 4 batteries. This one is running 4 batteries. It has got 40 solar panels.
40?
So, yes, each unit has got 20 solar panels by 550 capacity watts. Then the other one has got 20 by 550. So those are combined 40 solar panels. So we are running all our incubators, a 20,000 capacity egg incubator hatchery on solar system.
20,000?
20,000.
Yo?
So you can see this. This is a 10,000 capacity incubator. And also, this is a 10,000
You started with the one that has capacity of 1,000. Is it 1,000?
Yeah, I started with 1,000. To date, we've got 100,000 capacity.
Everything big starts small.
Yes, everything big starts small. Just what it takes is patience, right? Just go step by step, right? Rome was never built in a day. So this one is a 10,000. I'll just open this one so that you get to appreciate.
I want people to see this
the
one.
eggs which are
alone.
Exactly. So see, this full, it's a 10,000 capacity. Eggs are
10,000?
Yes, 10,000 capacity. So after actually this is setting stage, they are then come here to hatching. Yeah. If you check, let me just close here. If you check here, this is a 2,000 capacity.
2,000?
Yes. 2,000. So if I just allow me to open this one, so that you get to see what I'm explaining about.
Wow.
Okay. Hatching is happening.
It's happening now?
Yes. Actually, these are chicks.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Yes. In 2 days, these are 2,000 chicks hatching.
2,000?
Yes, and normally our hatch rate is between 85% and 90%. Yes, 85% and 90% hatch rate.
What's your words of encouragement to anyone who would want to start the same project?
I want to encourage you to say start now, right? And start small. Never despise small beginnings. And as NHEMA Chickens, we are saying, come, let's assist each other. We have got the market. We will assist you to set up. We have got technical expertise.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm happy that you mentioned that even those in the diaspora, you can actually help them consult or even help them set up.
Exactly.
Amazing. So guys, thank you so much for watching this far, and make sure you should open a YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you. Oh, definitely.
I know you have a Facebook page, but
yes.
a YouTube channel where we want to see, I'll be happy.
Thank you.
So guys, thank you.